Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're here for episode number 82 of Goattville Updates, and here we are again in the city working on the stadium just like last time. And we've done a little bit of progress since the last one. It's only been a week since the last one, so I mean we're getting sort of back onto that routine, but you know, we just been working on the interior mostly, haven't really touched the outside, but I mean we got to do some of this interior planning, so let's just go in here and I'll show you some of the progress I got done. We got quite a lot done, as you can see. We sort of just laid down the field so far. We haven't really got to all the decorations yet, but I just put down the field there so we know where it is. And I've just been bringing these seats down to sort of figure out exactly where it's going to be. So I did a little bit of revision with the seats. I mentioned this in the previous episode that just looked a little bit too short, especially towards the top, right? So I just put down another extra, I think 4 layers, yep, around 4 there. So there's 16 total. And then I added around 3 or 4 down here towards the bottom. And I originally wasn't planning to do that, but we encountered a little bit of a problem. Whenever I try building things in Minecraft, I always try making them a little bit realistic. So I wanted it to be possible that if you were sitting all the way up here, you'd still get a good view of the stadium, which is still, I mean, it's pretty true. I mean, you're getting the majority of the infields, but I mean, you're just barely getting right there. So it's a little bit of a narrow view, but it's probably the best that I could get it as. If you probably fill all these up with people, I mean, it'll probably be even more difficult to see, but I mean, let's just say these are the cheaper seats for a reason. So that's what that's about. And yeah, so we had to sort of bring that out, but we couldn't just bring it out just all the way, or else because we have this thing over here, the wall. Right here, if you're wondering what this thing is, which, I mean, there's so much stuff here you probably didn't notice it. This is the elevation where the road is. The road outside, this is the elevation it is right now. So the road is going to be in the same elevation as the sidewalk, and the sidewalk is going to be connected to this back entrance here. And why it's so critical to have that is because the back entrance is going to be a bit grander than the front entrance. The front entrance is going to be sort of like a side one. Right back here in this back corner, this is where like all it's where it's gonna be not looking just like a standard sort of stadium. It's gonna like really open up and it's gonna be looking really nice. So we needed the wall to be, you know, tall enough for it to be like one of those tall walls where you can just sort of go here and get a good view of the stadium. But of course I need to make sure that it wasn't too close to the grounds. So yeah, or wasn't going too high up right now. And of course that's not where the wall is going to be. That's just how much we've cleared out so far. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this, the little diamond that we got going here. So I think I did pretty well with it. I did with a little bit of a bold color choice with this. Normally a person would do maybe dirt or sands, but I decided to go with red sand just because it gave it a little bit more of an orange color, and I think it turned out really well. So yeah, it's looking pretty well. The grass is sort of filling out over there, just through grass all around the place, and it's just been growing ever since then, over the past hour or two. And then of course we've been working on the seating here, bringing it around the edge, and this little corner here is going to be a bit of a problem. It's probably just going to take a lot of time to get it right, because if you ever built a curve in Minecraft, which is probably a small but existing percentage of my audience, if you're building a circle as the rows go out, the proportions get a little bit messed up. So even at this core it may look like a perfect curve. When you go farther out, you sort of just get those flat lines that form. So whenever we have these little breaks right here, I'm going to try and like reestablish the circle. So it's going to be a little bit off in terms of that curve right there, but I think it should be fine. And we'll maybe even have to do it like within the seating itself for when we have these longer runs. But yeah, in terms of these little interior hallways to get in between the different seatings and all, it's going to be it's still very much an open concept in terms of what I'm actually going to do once I actually get to doing it, because this is where everyone's going to be walking, right? This is like the ground level, but I'm not too sure exactly how they're going to get up into this area, either up to this level right here, which would be like 4 or 5 meters up, or this level down here, which is like 4 or 5 meters down. So it's pretty much right in the worst spot possible, but I'm pretty sure we can figure something out. Just like have a little tunnel that sort of descends and maybe emerges right there, or just have some stairs that go up, which I think is honestly the better idea. Just have some stairs go up so we can just sort of have like a platform here, and then there's just sort of this open area that like there's a balcony which sort of drops down, and then there's the first floor here. I honestly think that'd be much better. It's much better than this. We managed to bring it down to some of a manageable level than the previous design that we had. And that's what all this is. I still have it up just because we're going to need to reference these areas right here when we go and start building that, which is going to be really big of a problem once we're working on the curves, but it's a problem for the future, and I'm pretty sure we can figure it out anyway. But yeah, there's one more thing in terms of the planning that I'm not too certain about, and that is the way that the wall is going to go and form the rest of the field, because typically what they do is it's not just perfectly flat lines in line with that. Typically they'll curve inwards a little bit, and that wouldn't be too much of a problem with the wall and with just planning the field. It really is a big problem just with the seating, because it's going to be coming in, and then we're going to have to just shift all of this quite a lot, which will probably mess up some things, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. I don't think it'll be that much. But yeah, of course, these little blocks right here for like the dugout, a little camera pit right there. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got planned so far. In terms of the next video, I'm probably just going to be continuing to work with the seating, but now that I kind of got this plan going, I sort of got the field there, and we can sort of clear out all this empty space and figure out where the walls are going to go. I got, some good world edit techniques that I can use to easily fill up all this area. I can just go through and add some of the more specific areas, so maybe a while before you see anything new or special, but in terms of progress, it's going to be moving along pretty quickly. So there's a lot of repetitive work to do here with this infield. I should probably just do this corner right here and then move out to the exterior, but we'll figure that out next time. But yeah, progress coming along pretty well, and yeah, I think it's going to look pretty nice. Yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!